are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, so, we remain true to who we have always been. As we look forward to greater achievements, we are rebranding to reflect who we are today and the future that we inspire. Our new logo has been designed to visually demonstrate our Gambian heritage and the sophisticated nature of the bank. We are moving away from the navy and gold-colored parallelogram-shaped logo to our baobab tree with a rising sun in the background. The striking outline of a baobab tree at sunrise is a familiar sight to anyone who has spent time in the Gambia. Our new logo and visual identity are inspired by our core values and spirit of being a pioneer in providing a unique banking experience. It is a completely new look that better matches the transformation we have made as a company. But we remain your Trust Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to present to you our new logo and corporate identity.
Airport Residency Estate is a gated community located in Old Yundum, proudly developed by Swami India, perfect for all looking for a quiet life with luxury amenities within an enclosed setting. When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, Safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one, your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
Assalamu alaikum baɗigol ngal bisimillahi anoɗa Kerr Fatou kamin ke aramisa o aramisa ngana janka ka calnati min ya lonko ɓe kela bankola suula kolleti. Of course bi nga NPP la sata jang NPP la administrative secretary Seedy Sheriff Ceesay. Seedy, of course, you know, was the former BSc chairman, governorship candidate for Brikama. Since then, Seedy Mansi. Seedy, welcome to the Kerr Fatou.
Thank you so
Uncle
much.
Seedy, modo ko nyego kana for uncle, because when you say uncle, then you interview you become nice, and it should not be nice. Amari all for janin kana, but
let's make this public disclosure. Put the uncle sip out, and let's have a frank conversation.
We're going to have a frank conversation, but I cannot not say uncle.
Yes, so.
Okay.
No, I'm forgiving you.
Okay.
Abaraka bake. Kanyi watu kere kadi NPP la. Pro nga kachake. Mimi banko la kodi. Wakera nye sewoti akera nye kontano. Te woto mbafula baraka.
Follow dafta started dami kabri election obanta mansi. Muna kete birka. Uncle Seedy.
Bring election no banta
Mansi.
Mansi nimfana nimmo Mansi.
Wala ni nataja banta. So and it's always a great honor though to always have the first interview, even when you know the presidential the chairmanship.
Yes.
So it's always an honor. Yes.
Parce que akumaya tabake. Pro wati ni wati mole kachake.
Yeah.
Surtout nintra jamai jiko sotela. Andi fanan keda moti mi alan ko jamala sulota.
Yeah.
Brikama data local government election min keda chairman sipti.
Yeah.
Abe keda Cairo kono. Bar kukilin kumayata han madi wona balwoto. Wolon janin dunia fambe lola lanyino lo folo soto. So nimil lanyinita wolon alala lanyinota. Itela kero yole ke. Woto mbe West Coast ngol be konton mbe tentula mbe jayla ko ya kato kele fay kutu kato laka walatina bring carte fighter loko mi murunta West Coast be kan kamol tendu ke jay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Parce que ngaje ko ntol manna ka palaso nyine. Ntol natal ko nga sulo le je West Coast sulo mi yalon ko nalsa mbulo du nyobulu nga wodo ko. Woto ndim mol nata fo min dara fo mo wili keme talu mo wili talulu nim feng woli o lanno so de lo kuma kanto mo ala tentol woto walatin murunta ka mol tentu ke jay ninga West Coast la politiko jibe aman jare nga murun wo kan barin safo ko nga kolya ko dol soto bari wala fanamu balwoti nibe balwo kono fo kolya ko dol soto andun na kolya ko amanke mi fendi mi alon kon safo ko aketa dibole kono ngaje ko dolu wolu keta na kolya koti kilimu wala na finto aketa kuti mi alon ko anna sita domonde afam wala naso kono ku jama kunto kono ika moy molka for a day in politics is a long day.
It's a long time.
Woto nintara mimbi ko politique mimbi ko West Coast la warobe nyame ni leftona la pro ko la siran nyini minke de kiaman siran ti pare nyaabe pare nyaato e nyande wala kala pane safo na pare nya alhamdulillah rabbil alamin be MPP dungo be tentula from the national executive to the president, the principal, to all supporters of MPP in West Coast ya katale ya kudu katolaka anu imam fasi anu imam fisali
nga jale falon ko NPP West Coast kabring yela election o botala because I remember NPP election o alla Brikama election o mansoto dolato minketa alla patioto because alla patio was united in all other areas but Brikama faro ketalje and Dunia Jube with all of that and honestly a lot of people said it was even a surprise Kaleo pull out no because of the internal issues patio da malkono even model believe the executive of kono you know molbe wakil kanabar faro benuje because of obviously a lot of people said they keep saying you are not an insider you are new in the party and where tinele faro keta mol minalon ko pharmacy the back patio kono ngaje ko you know they were not with you and they went ahead with another candidate notably Ahmed Jite mialon ko fana mo baramal talak patio kono ya miracle where the chances affect baleke in West Coast
yalong niya faham bake nasaran ko ko unity is strength
yeah
so wherever talaro keta asas naso kenole oto mansi jambi kambulo chodi ko walio min keta walatin MPP man gagné warante ten keta ten no min keta karangolomo karambungolomo so mbe karankanne kaje mbe mine kala sinin sama kaje ko min keta bi akana ke sinin o karangolomo so ni be karango kala ni be ga jalayro
wo karango kono ko wala tinali e chairman of Brikama
no
kato ngaje chairman no mi alon ko mo jama e bulo chodala from the National Assembly to the chairmanship to all of those council election yenye bulo chodala kabiri nyin ko be botala je ngaje ko chairman of is that the reason is that one of the reason kaje ko NPP was not united in West Coast region wala tina falin is that one of the reason man ale chairman of
NPP la national executive man sembo soto ka kiyamano bondi President Barrow aman sembo soto ka kiyamano bondi
Seedy be ngal negotiation keta duma
no
okay ngata okay
MPP la national executive aman sembo soto ka kiyamano bondi
congress nyanta bondi
President Barrow aman sembo soto ka kiyamano bondi min keta Brikama wolon ko molmi yalon ko wolon regional committee ti anin na committee le mimbe na kadre fay tundol to wolle sita inata petition o safe
yeah
ye dalilol tandi ko nyin dalili kali nin dalili kali wala tina nyin kiyaman kari nata do ko kenola o mila mirolet
ha
anum be yaje ko MPP patilo mi yalon ko be sujuring democracy
o manke democracy today
no
okay go ahead
be sujurin democracy la nyaadi na patiola loi min tandi wolon ko nintar ebe sirin tundo to o tundo mol mi yalon ko wollete sembentu yandi ni wol naade ko inita do ko kenola min nyanta kela wolon ka ko jibe
ka jibe foy any law le violate kodi
yes
sarto
bar ni wo kata jandimbita loi la karola milio petition o safe ka chaketa ka dalilol nyinen ke bulu ye min petition kacha keta andung anata je ko mba tentu la mbaje la min jata aje ko atemu MPP la patio baramaleti atem MPP la patio leti miya lon kon safa ko ito la selo tay woto mimbe walio sila West Coast mimbe walio sila MPP patio kono ateto tala
ngamo Lamin Jata man kontande kana nyinyande jade onko Seedy Lamin Jata man kontande president ya kumandi I'm telling you ngamin long Lamin Jata man kontande la petition o safe ya samba president ya altol ya kumandi ka interview Lamin Jata fan groupe o min fane petition o ke yol fane interview president Lamin Jata kumandi ka interview ka nehal ka place o diala pour ka assemblée national executive anin kudol andum bolde bina anin kudol min nyanta kala jiki kol wala tin Lamin Jata son dabara man son nunde
yala betere Fatou nin kumo fota pour nka lamboy West Coast min keta je amanke nene majodi anun kulo mi yalon ko aketa karangoti MPP dingoli anda keta karangoti parti kote wala be sirim banko ko momo keta tomborindir dingoti palasoto wo palaso mol letamo wo mol mi ye keje ise bondino je
through congress
hana manke congress ti ikaje mansake sa tara siring ika vote of no confidence ke ka bondi fondara election on
due process le kata do
wala keta Lamin Jata chairman Jata millier safero ke kacha keta Lamin fanan kacha nyoyata anda atandi ko atata MPP party hotela atela sabo kan anala sawo kan ata waliyo kala MPP wakan aketa mode momi yalonko makamo do ditala ka palaso nyin se
is that a compensation but you manyana tamalo nyam due process lebe everything especially when a congress elects a chairman mole petition ka nyanta kala silo le kanka foko ay nyine violate ay nyine tinya patio e mi alonko ajarta pour ka petition and also ajarta pour national executive ya investigate ya bonne but natra momo volta dre ko bi nga Seedy investigate nga Fatou investigate and then nga negotiation ka bonde
yala amanki ko ka investigate ka negotiation nga foy ko bimbe daminten nin tol bebe siri ntol be denda kukilin na bari jamaaje ko itela kafontol ma itela doku nyoya ntol to keno ni to keno la so minesa keno kaje ko what we call a win-win situation. Lamin has to win, MPP has to win, West Coast has to win, and for the first time in the history of this country follow minkeda nyimbanku kan kiyamano be siring ay palaso sey fitino man wulu fitino man ke patio continue de ka do ko ke patio continue de ka daraja West Coast wala kida Lamin Jata wodo mbaten to lamba jeel
mina o ka woman test follow darajo la karo woman test Seedy kad mi ajen ko woman test itera election o MPP alla biggest asset wala President Baroti alia na Mr. President Baroti means the West Coast in the presidential Mobiajel, right? Mobiajel, and people were surprised a lot of how the number of votes I missed on West Coast. Now, coming to the National Assembly election, few months down the line, NPP did not do well in West Coast. Abota woto nata councilor election la the same trend. Mbota woto nata chairmanship la. In fact, National Assembly amra elected nestotoje. The entire West Coast, all on Ablaise all you know, the entire West Coast killing. Mboto to councilor election, the same thing. Almang, you know what you guys have there. Mboto to chairmanship and lose tala. It seems like from the presidential, kanabila atulla patiola sembo betala can draw in West Coast. Even though you pulled your biggest asset, Memo President Baroti. What did you think went wrong in West Coast with NPP? Not just your election though, but a couple presidential kana NPP la number sol tata like a drop from West Coast.
Baraka Fatou, landiro minke, kabo député carte fawla, kana council carte fawla, kana kiaman carte fawla. Wala nango ko minke re West Coast karambungolom. Aketa karangolati. Mimbe de silandila. And member President Barrow Selandila or MPP la National Executive or supporters. nimmile ñoo saba West Coast natara ila carte seleta ka tambi ito la presidential candidate min soto
okay
wo do manke
o manke
woto min keta wolon ko waliyo min dunda NPP damal tema waliyo nata sin tema ñin carte fay sin sabobe nkanam fannene ka fako waliyo man soto nunje waliyo soto tale ando waliyo keta nyaanya ñilu molle miliyalon ko i wasata andu yaji ko ndela carte ni MPP sa kuya nyaanya ni Seedy sa kuya nyaanya mantara Seedy fe nyaanya bar ndela carte di la party kotena wala keta is evidence that those supporters of MPP, those sympathizers of MPP, i manta ka carte di party kotena ila cartel ya kela kularandal kodo ya kela wolisol kono isita antola do ko minati sai andunga kumasle wolonke kachanyo ya ke kanyanyi wolbe kere andu jikita ko nga kutotele
ali akutotele
bake fon
bari amet jite nga kumas woto ko amet jite lamin jata mu baramati nyami NPP fondumoti amet jite mu fondumoti wala nyam lunu sita mo bu ka fo social media na manke ahmed na duta atere kana kuma na ya fo drom butum nyima kintenin dolbe na anti ibe na e blow no meta ibe direction o kabo wolto bari hani sai I know ko min hapunta le albe kan nganyala people like Ahmed Dite min ya lon ko obviously tested tale hanna try carte kese lule soto I have on the NPP le ala feo fe nga soto the NPP le andum the same thing wala kita National Assembly kabra independent o back aya tinna lal fota wo sirangola because obviously party faratal kote ke ngaje kote ke chairmanship fanan atata fango e fo kanga nyalbe ke kan from that group fanan ka wol fanan ka nyande ke mun nan party wa
abaraka bake Fatou be Amadou Jite kontona na dindin kende ba na karola anene mang bulanna anene mang kuma dibindim fonye han campagne we kandirin wato min lungo do na benten ndiamuta e ay faham bake dindin no mi yalon ko ay fahamo soto bari setano aka dundamin aman kundamin ngaji ko mobe ya Seedy ko MPP ma Amar Jite bay
han salma be muneket ay kuma bom ay bomo min be fayal ka muneket munanal ma bay
ibike nuto di mo fay inuto di ibiko fay so na kacha bi wolon katandi molla ko MPP partida mi yalon ko nabe ilala aka ake janne mobe susu ntol man moje ko aboda MPP ngaje ko nyomoyol manke ko surwal ka fanyame ni nyomoyo manke wali yo sake woto bembe ko Amar Jite ana jonyo wolmo MPP nuto di ngollete ika dingo doje suwo kono asa volontaire bar wati bina siyobe kelale kachayke so MPP dingo dinju sobota mbe hako boyndila mbe hako boyndila ka fa ko patio nyi ntolle tam anum patio nyi is for Gambia and is for the Gambian people and President Barrow the principal of MPP the secretary general party leader akata modi momi yalonko ay mobe kafu keke kilid so mbete momento bi benna do ko ke kanne aman jare ngol fo but ngaji ko hanimel be sino la yalon ko MPP be falen kan
mbina wala kacha say administrative secretary kabri election obada it seems like you are one of President Barrow's favorite itara election ola mol ko no nyimmanke NPP ta ko no atere be lola election o bota ayechi kay ke administrative mune keta mune be President Barrow tem
be President Barrow tendu la
mbaji be na tema afunye ba ite afal NPP mole ko nte muy bari ndingol di ngadia katu malo
bare nonku ya
NPP ngamune kila Kerr Fatou mune kala
no mbatu
imaje ila fo la protocol la minna ta jan sa ko ekatu akonte kal to nyele lafta dina e sede nte kal to nye min tole NPP ala fonye
all right so mbatu nga jabi President Barrow mba tentula mba jela yalo nyaton ko ka korosirole ke ko kordati ko korosiro ke ko sutiyo ka korosiro ke nyama ko dimbatiyo ka korosiro ke nyama ntol meta nyimban kun kan bi dindingolu wal malong jamalong Fatou Touré jamalong Seedy Ceesay
Yeah.
bar milye kununje wal yalo nen tole mine do kunyi bankunka andu moti je safa ko bi ko ha sinin ko hani ku kilo min be mbulu kunu wala be mbulu bi woto nin ke babe siring a sito min je dinnin lotamo oje president Barrow aman Seedy doron kanu ay banko dingo bele kanu andu atele ko banko dingo le nan nale do ko ke woto debbo ro mol kon milu wakilta kana ka makoy ka banko doku
Sai na administrative secretary NPP.
So jani mina ngejabi iko mina dundia ini NPP tema.
Mune kata mune kala. Kumol be fayla referendum center president Barrow fa lota Kerr Fatou.
No.
Demokrasi man soto no Kerr Fatou e karla jang.
Par yalong.
Fontol ka fenne ke miya longo. Bayri NPP bari batu. Bayri NPP administrative secretary le bija.
Okay.
Left na question of problem.
Okay, no problem.
You are the right person
Yes.
to ask.
Yes.
For Kerr Fatou dum ntoluga fenne ke mi alon is undemocratic mimba tinna la ko in a society where it's not democratic will not be there
Abaraka bake Fatou me president Barrow ko don do futande le momi yalon ko ay journalistol kanu momi yalon ko ay kibar bungol kanu momi yalon ko alafta kibaro la
don't feel that way la side
no
okay
MPP ning Kerr Fatou there is absolutely no problem fenten tema harmadiya ni hormone mbuñala be je nintara bi MPP ni Kerr Fatou be bunda doto ndata sila jambi amang hada dara mon harmadiya badi yala ben tema benna patiola interestology bela
yeah
antina bar wotije so a better promole a fam ko president ya anyon doku kolende keri akoleta bak bi nteni tese sino ata vutole garam palaso to nga kuma be kuma tafo molta tala ka ke kudo nyama ata silando wulula
yeah
par president abika diamono hani mimba bulu ka fo na fu drom molsa ake kubati tente kam misalo di ka fo ko nintra democracy tijang platform mo be go Kerr Fatou ata sotola dalilo momenti
Kerr Fatou da mam
no won misalo okay natra democracy tijang for example QTV te taraja nda so fonol
ha barata mo fa
no attelete woke example
ko Kerr Fatou ni membe Kerr
Kerr Fatou
it's not coincident because the reason why
no yalla ka jabiro ke
okay go ahead
wolon ko mbeboda jaman le kono mi yalon ko president Barrow kan ka fo nyami di bo dunde wate jamala manyo sute kunun amanke kunun koti mbe ya jele mimbe Kerr jang
yeah
mo jama boda nyimban kun kan kasi bantala
yeah
platformol man soto mili yalon ko isa masakunda criticize ka kajafi
yeah
so ninka foko platformol be janna mili yalon ko they are very liberal Kerr Fatou is very liberal mol kanale they become critical of government institution you know people in public office the presidency that's right
yeah
and I think ala example onying was definitely right ka foko ni want ni democracy tijang Kerr Fatou de tarajang mimbe Kerr de tarajang parce que pa modou bala do ko la mol ka kol kele e ka kumol fo kunu wata kenola kunu QTV aka platform will create critical platforms to the state or to institutions woldolta kenol misalo lamu bara manke jawyati waranta manke kube kutoti mosa silanto bonde dame.
The reason why I silando soto and I want to bring our point from that angle, obviously something happened and I said the secretary, the guy, what's the name, Motseka, the one at the office of the president, I named that he had called institutions to boycott us financially, right? And when he came, he said, but we all know President Kerr Fatou, why would you support a media house that is critical to government? This is a government official who said that in an interview, Dunia Beyaj. Kabrai for a few weeks down the line, President Barrow for Nata, I need statement over. And then what followed, because presidential statements are very heavy and very important. Ni president de amtambe kaloranga lamoy. Kabin president over supporters like Alaji Bombo Leman, others started putting our pictures down and said, we are coming for you, can attack, can threaten personally. That is why statements like that the president made are very, very critical in any democracy. You are a journalist and you know what journalists went through in this country, right? I don't have to name all the people, Minu Filita, Minu Ketela, Aninkol, Andunga Be Mankeko, Astata one day. So when things like that happen, that's why people were alert. Because Amanken told them from the Human Rights Commission to the human rights activists, from everybody, the reason why they were concerned, those kind of things, Natra Nung, I model call out everybody, then we would have understand. But singling out Kerr Fatou and Membekeri, when there were problems that preceded that 2, 3, or 1 week before that, then it means that you are enforcing that message from the chief of staff. That, and to me, is scary, because at some point, as a young Gambian, come here for President Barrow, I came back and invested. You know how it went. I invested. I'm employing over 20 people, 25 people. I'm paying them salary. Now, if we had to go through that financial problem that you brought us, but again, calling us out on a platform like that, a presidential platform is powerful and is strong. Model mufambula kula nyoleti. Just because president I for dol say fango silandi inyanta doko minkele ya stop model sita be threatening, and that's what we saw on social media. So statements like that, if it is coming from a party leader, especially the president of the country, that is scary. And I think that's a concern that a lot of people share, and I share. And personally,
I can assure you.
Yeah.
I can assure you. I see that you made a lot of reference to English. I can assure you, under the leadership of President Barrow in this country, journalists are free to do their job.
Well,
no, I can assure you that. You can take my word to the bank. I cannot speak for Ceesay. I was not aware when that statement was made.
It was made on the people by the people.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a social media.
Yeah, I know that. But I'll send you the YouTube link.
But in some intendila no, President Barrow nyaton koyaka, Gambia journalists all, have the liberty to do their job, and I can assure you that. So, what hand on heart, that is going to happen. And giving an example doesn't necessarily mean it's kulo miyalonko diminalongo. It was just like, I mean, na ako misal fe nin democracy ti jang nim platform ota soto no la jang.
Meaning ko ntol mantara kuke kami yalo ne wofo meaning ko.
No, yalo any statement is up to interpretation. If I interpret nyami, do I interpret nyami, and do I interpret nyami is different. But what I can assure you, no.
People interpret it differently. Because every other person, from the Bar Association to the Human Rights, based statement, nobody interpret the same from.
Now understand. They bring statement out to safeguard the freedom of speech.
Yes.
And we commend them for that.
Okay.
We commend them for that. So we need to understand one thing. We are a young democracy. We are growing, and we are nurturing that.
Yeah.
And President Barrow have championed that.
And President Barrow should lead us to that.
And that's what he's doing on a daily basis. President Barrow is championing the freedom, of speech in this country.
No, he's curtailing some of us, because at this point sometimes because
since you started this platform, you started this program.
Yeah.
You have the liberty to get anybody to interview, and you go home and sleep, you go home and dine, you go on and have your phone or whatever you want to do. You are not been followed. No black, tinted vehicle is running after you like what used to happen. People are at liberty to do anything. And that's why President Barrow is saying, because we brought this democracy collectively, that's why we have platforms like Kerr Fatou, Pamodu, QTV, Paradise. We had, all over the place.
See, I don't want to argue. I don't want to go further in this argument.
Yeah, so
I will leave it here. Okay. But I can tell you.
No, but I can assure you to conclude that you are free to do your job.
Well,
and every media house is free to do their job under the watch of President Barrow, and you are safeguarded and you are protected by the laws of this country.
We will continue to do our job.
Yes, and do not hesitate.
Because we will continue to do our job, because we feel that whatever we're doing is right.
You are doing a noble job. You are doing service to the country. And as far as we are concerned as MPP, our doors are open. We may have our issues here and there. Yeah, but you got to understand, we are politicians.
Yeah.
Sometimes we may don't like certain headlines.
Yeah.
Just like we will not like certain headlines in certain newspapers.
Yes.
But doesn't mean we are enemies. It's like the opposition. We are not enemies. We are opponents.
Yeah.
They are government in waiting. I enjoy when opposition parties and leaders, ye na ye kumakangol fo tamandiro la bunda la miyalanko ndol sa karannoje.
I wish the NPP more kadiamutending. Okay. Well, you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to do. Now let's look at NPP as a party. Like I said, kabiring presidential election bota. Ngafo Seedy njaya akonye kono. Nala interview ngai atol kabiring president bota. Alkahin ala number sol kata down the line. And it's been a trend from the National Assembly to councillors, chairmanship. Ni election cycle will be apart from the presidency, alma majority soteto when it comes to popular vote. Is concerning, not an Intemu party member, it will be concerning to me. Now as the administrative secretary, NPP la Lodula Mintol, as we speak right now, what are you doing to get back your numbers? What exactly is the situation of the party as we speak?
We will not Ntanyunkobe Jabakiza Watola. But also remember, you don't go out in front of your
and tell them all of your secrets.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
But in some info, MPP, Nalco, our numbers are going, we are losing popular votes. Fine, analysis.
But that is you see, when the president election
we are not in denial.
I remember when UDP man atako, UDP is the biggest party. No, NPP is as per elections. That is right after the presidency. Because obviously what numbers show was NPP had more.
Yes.
But after the presidential, all numbers will be taken down.
Yeah, because
and that's what the
that is
shows.
Actually happening on only 3 regions.
Okay.
That's
but they are the most populated regions.
Yes, they are, and we are aware. But near Jibe Fatou, when I went round immediately after my election, the instance where we have a group discussion with people, the instance where an elderly person will take me into his bedroom, and I can tell you, hand on hand, tell me man carte faye, and no man carte faye, parce que nga doya le soto. I need to go. And I can tell a lot of those people that I have conversation with them. Ni kachata. B. Tili killing tilifula bekatambi will be can call. Kan konton kaduanye. Yalong ninka fobe lori. Akuma yata bake milbe duma, milbe tema, milbe sando kanyo kalamu. So problemo keta minti insa for disconnect leketa. If today we have a running water here, nga jio soto na pompo to jang, but nga pipe bondi silo leka, nenje kundura jio da futalat, jio sa tarela tanko kona nyada futalat. So wo kole ya ko do MPP soto. So until la bigger capital of support, wolu mole de miliya lonko, imanta carte fay, anu dalilo al ne manta carte fay, anu bingo dalilo lonne.
Muno for all the 3 cycles, all the 3 elections.
Yes.
Muno atinda imang carte fay.
I mean, like I said, manyana sila jang kafu nyina tinna man carte fay ngalonne anumba do ku kanne okuma tabake but patiol mil fana ni lota wol fana man cartel sodo katambi ntolu itole min sodo kuno so nsafoko MPP la molbe sirin man carte fay parce que ngalon ko a typical Gambia din Gambiano amin kong wolon fitinoti amin ko wolo nyo sabot so nalbe kafre ni nyo saboni wale odun tema dron akati na dol ke famuta and wokere kubalit mole famuta so wo famuto ni ngamira ko ngo fahamle parce que ni molbe kachala when I took the office as the admin secretary I went on a familiarization tour and we talked to everybody across the country. Everybody.
Mole mune fole because
mole min fonye wolong ko ko dolu ye jikilate sodoje. Ha min gera wali yoti. Mol mi dende kordala imagine fitina la.
I'm concerned about the more economic situations when it comes to because nka for mole all the time. Oppositions are government in waiting. But the fact of the matter is in the tax jaw to sitting government.
Sitting government.
So near the criticism special government is because nimang kurang soto jaman sakunda Mansakundalo in the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
Nim manu dasel ta Mansakundalo nin cash power. Ndakatu wo kumbola cash power. Na nin cash power bandan kam fa Mansakundalo kam. So you look at it from that broad angle. More ordinary Gambians, from me to other people, will tell you ko banko kan cost koleata. And just before we were talking about the Liberia presidential and Ghana, and I was saying how economic situations nang election osi abuka incumbents favor, because what is the government doing to help our situation? And Gambia manke exception te be cash power seletal 40%. Be more hanni kodo be bul nyawnya cash power songo iko feel because of how cash power increasement la kanya 40%. Mano daman tartalak habe selekan. Tulo mano antifengol be. And obviously imo sela fi mola nyawnya sometimes ika protest keno election or the malto when it comes to these things. As a party, alni central government be mune alla atole be central government, atole party government. What is the party doing through your party to the central kajiko banku dingol la livelihood ika domorol ni la fengol ni la nyantoli I think because no manke Seedy abe kolera poka election or win like properly, because min problem oti ni mo master be min domala rek at some point they don't even have time to go.
Thank you. Barake bake Fatou yalong kumayata bake pro ko faham.
Yeah.
Wolon ko brimbota COVID-19 kono. I kolea ko jamaleke. Because many industrial countries wolu keta bankule de miyalon ko doku nyande kele je nyama manke je o nyama.
Yeah.
COVID-19 nata kuol fanang koleandi dunia kono. Mboda COVID-19 kono ndunta Ukraine Russia war kono.
Yeah.
Wo fana nata kuol fanang wajabinde. So bimbe temmomintu masakunda be siring. Ika nying kolea soto parce que molla baluo ika me living cost is in the rise.
Yeah.
Abe selekande. And woman ke Gambia drone.
Yeah.
You go to the developed country, you go to Europe, you go to the Americas, you go to Asia. That's the fact. But as a party, until MPP party and government, be Catholic kanne kaje ko ka kuolu sona yande. Right now, Saro, GPMB, ibe manol samba kanang. Mi yalon ko the price is lesser. Atele da soniata. Mano mimbe bitikoto, for example. Andu ya katala ye stole soto bankoka. Hani lameng store bijele.
How come they mo kalam?
Abije.
Until mano da.
They left they have what is called the combo rice. Combo rice bije at the other back mani dima ba. Aka chura gerreke, aka dahin ke, aka chebijen ke.
Alka have NPP called them.
No. Abe bitiko abe banko bele kan.
Okay.
Abe banko bele kan. Tulo fana wonyama, jabo wonyama. And ferel fanando beke kan kaje ko Saro aya bulo dum wo nyonkono kaje ko baluo nying ay sonaya ngajele under the leadership of President Barrow we have brought in the smart farming mom senolti mi yalon ko abe yirwale kala parce que Gambia tardetale parce que tol manyana sila kamani boto badu China kamani boto badu Asia abijanne bi kunu arabo ndetia kunko min dada West Coast farm fonyi bebente katia kunko nyin so imabanno ibe murna je dimaso wobe tiyo min bondi loto ma fon sa West Coast be balundu wala bare jamabe balu jamabe tiya duran so dole je
comme te campagne commence pour next chairmanship ibe no commence la femme sol commence anin kulo West Coast
no parce que dok wo lafto la banko because berimbe mini ke kan kamol tendu ke jay ngafo Sibanor na mitinor ko mbe farm sotola West Coast mimbe kala seawall farmot sate me ka fa seawall anu seawall ko nate be foundu ye kene badi anu West Coast ko be kafuta nyoma ka doku ye tiyo doku tiyo ala dema tiyo barakata and wotia kungo min dara for 5 hectare aje jambandi bodo fula doro ngole keje Gambia la Masakunda jambando for the first time in history ka wafu willy killing keme anin talul bi Sénégal ye mano min soto ni time o soto amdallah in Combois amdallah musol be mani kato kala nyindi maso mano min soto amdallah nyina nena man soto sanji tan saba fende fo jambando min sona yata nyimbankunka woto katol be ke kan ka balo sonen bare Fatou ku kilimbi je fonga senende ni wulta nga nab tapala ba kungota nga mayne soko nga 6 kilo nga sinna peron am foti loy boy
because he must have minkel no, he must have minkel Uncle Seedy.
No. Fatou, let's
afonye ko when it comes to youth development exactly masakunda ya muneke ka funding kel makoy
bimbe tembo minto ye region je Gambia jang skill center lota jele you go to the Kanilais, you go to GTTI, you go to Basse, you go to Sami skill center libije milialo ita fenjola isita mecho karang mecho min koita mecho mi yalon ko ni parera karan la isa muta dula soto bi Sénégal ita ni kata Sénégal le misal fi sam mi yala nyin den ko kara Sénégal no non ban sodo modi mi yala den ko kara Sénégal lo Sénégal lo no you don't want to be marketing
I sen kontel yalo
I sen kontel of Senegalese telos de aka karro ken defo okay so what we are saying akumaya tale pro nga dindingolu faham yandi ye fenke mi yalonko ase nafa sene because kuluro manke ka fenyi ka di dindingola all the time inyanda fenne tandiala sene ni tamantaraje afana samuta dula soto we all lived in Europe idingo mimbe sanji tang aka commence le ka doko ke suo kono pocket money abe boom fitala abe kuol kela
opportunities
no your own house Fatou ifang dingo sa fa yela boom fita bar jan dina dindul ni pare ka meneke irasi ngombi ndanol ka bum fita idingo nyin ka fa fitaro nyika peron fita ya dala sita nyika ya dia la ka nyila pocket money le ay halono ko nyin dala sta ngaso min na ngap do ko le nyika wara nga fitaro le nyika nga nyinke bar ninga ndingol mutam fambulu ila fita fe fende nga dire ta batala la ita alon na ka soto nyami wodinno nata fa balu ku ya de ka mine fay that everything is easy wala be keri nyimbankunka fonga murun karambungol to nga dinnol karandi ke fahamu yandi ko harma dungola baluwo minti wala hakole be ka ye fan topoto hakole be ka ye banko topoto
nte agree with you ko in fact mba discuss with somebody kononko we na curriculum we have to go back as to number one nka dinol karandimina I've said this several times ko ni tata hani university to mobe muka law la karang and developmental studies the country la needs Mbuka na karango tie down to what our country needs. We have so many lawyer graduates here. We have so many developmental studies graduate. Nyulom faculty me alanko mobe ka
international studies.
International studies and political science. Mobe ka graduate wala. But ima miracle womu government leti because nin government ya jeko nita a number of fital lela. We say we create programs me alanko people who are doing this sector Fenjola University, you encourage people in those sectors. Tell us come here for nyami, ni banko kang na telo be 99% obe mu banko dindoleti, nin government ye places like IDAS Training Institute, mol kataraje, mini anko kata karangola je anu institutions ning asertale, nin government invest in institutions like that or other if only glal create ka banko din jamal karani tailoring la to the final stage. Ibaje lako. Ibe min produce la banko sayus nin salo kanana mobe katala nin salo botala nyebu ko do nyim banko kam because nyemu talal bemu na lalati because gambe nol man soto min ka invest in that but wo be masakunda mang priority di wala si di ngajibe ne Ministry of Youth and Sports la budget o jibe 170 million it's not compared to anything President's office or other ministry la budget o. How can we develop a nation when the youth population make a priority? And it seems like that has been happening in Jawara time, Jammeh time, and the trend continues. How can we develop if that is not happening? Kununko dindi wani lule pata bako nimbakwe. We went to Buwa Nyoltara interview and I watched the video. How one of the boys go hani so wana opportunity bitale because akawula ya bama jube abama be firo la struggle kan amake no abama munati na te basila jang ama bama ma ko no ajita school amando kusoto ama so tabe dami mutala at some point at a sino la jang even when ajikala brother le fat ako hanna atra bro fat maybe atata fala te ba make like those kind of stories are very touching. What should government be mune keno like a funding kill mako? I understand na lack of fenkol fanam bijele, but still that should not excuse government for not stepping in now.
Fatou.
Yeah.
You raised two very important issues here.
Yeah.
One, you talk about the government, and two, you talk about society.
Yeah.
Let's start with the government. After independence, others will say 1965. I still believe our independence was 1970.
Yeah,
you
know,
though the controversy continues.
Yeah, you and Madi believes that. I say.
But you see, what we supposed to have done, nyanda minkelano.
Yeah.
Tumomena nkonga mfansoto. Nyanda miro minsoto no mine kela ka fansoto barakandi. Tesito yolefo. Gambia amna bopam.
Yeah.
Nen lijay. Gambia fansoto nga doko okay. Fine slogans. You know, there were songs and all don kilo keta jele and tolwing all don kilo bela karamoto. But instead of ngamurung on the drawing board to look at what actually our country need, that was missing. For the 30 years of Sadauda, we miss where do we start. We went on a roller coaster. So that's where the problems. So you see, it is a kumatel promolu ekoni takita kane boy dulaje takidulaje. You see, a country like for example, our neighbor Senegal, we saw when Senghor came, he created a lot of polytechnics, technical schools.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of skill schools. Kajeko Senegal dingole mecho karang. Because yalango mecho lebe banko lola. Mecho lebe banko dokula. But unfortunately, Alamanna was lying into La Carola. You know, 65 to 70. So there was no program. Program o manke.
Yeah.
So ibajela hani sotol mim fan keta banko kang. Amam manage ko anyanda manage la nyame. No, we saw Jahali Pachar here. You know, millions. You go to a university in Coventry. You know, you'll see lectures that have been done by professors talking about, you know, how brilliant that project was for Gambia that could have changed the face of the Gambia. It's unfortunate, Amantano. We saw the ERP here, Economic Recovery Program. You know, state enterprises were sold. Yewafu, GPMB nyolo, Gambia Commercial and Development Bank, wol be kete jang. Wol kete jang. Mi yalonko, banku dingol la nyatanko. Wole kete fenti mi yalonko aman doku anyanda doku la nyame. So what problem woketa? Bri Yaya Jammeh nata? It's like you just from the frying pan to the fire. So wofana nata ay hakilo soroko anyanta kube kutu kela karambungol nin ku kotenolu. Pare yalong miro aka suju fennela. Hamol la. Niye miro soto hamole ka dokunde. Wo hammo wala ke kebaroti. So Yaya Jammeh miro wo hammoti je wo kebaro mankeje ay kukata min kede ka karambungo lo karambungo dawda
akam da mansakel infrastructure wala ka keto la ko Yaya Jammeh na tay banko be ka karamoti president baro na waya nyati len silo ni
no president baro min keka
president baro human development la kala president baro ya nyati len silo la ni dia muta ko nga silo min ke jam ma ke ja
no president baro miro min soto
wala monti
woni hammo nyi anin kebaro e nyojele
hani
no
ye jenya dia fonni
Fatou mbe yalo ne ko bi kunun ite ninte nimbita base kata wulli kata bako kata fatoto nka bata min keje safaro nin julaya kan naso min keje bin sabu base ngata wulli bako 30 minutes nsana mentem moro ngota ngake moto kono ngabondi wulli ngabondi brief ngabondi fatoto ngabondi koyna ngana wafu base ngamurung ni na dépense murung wonen man woman sotono itani marchandise of ni ba bondi la fatoto abeta la tilifula ka marchandise sambana so actually president Barolo miro anal xamona la kebaro ikere kilindi kaje ko batami mbo molkan wo batanyin ay falling ay ke na fulo soto ila sototo.
So I can say the same thing for Jammeh. Okay. Yaya Jammeh kabra nata. Hani University Gambia masoto. Kabri Yaya Jammeh nata. Television or wato. When I was a young girl, my dream was to sit on to be a TV. It has always been my dream.
So
from primary school.
So yeah, okay.
From
okay,
primary school,
okay.
that has always been the RTS Jubela, and Yaya Jammeh made that dream
come true for you.
Come true for me.
Okay, put your hand
Number
there.
one.
Yes.
Number two. How many Gambian graduates through Yaya Jammeh, University of the Gambia?
Yes.
Yaya Jammeh took education to the doorstep of every Gambian when it comes to basic education. So I think vision what I'm saying, our vision was education and I see Fernando and any other infrastructure. What?
Yes.
Karango, an educated population is a good population.
Yes.
Now, President Baronata. Yaje me karamo do gani silo president baro fana ko bayri ko yaje me karamo do kula ni babili mansa ni fenke jam baro ko mbatu ntenga silo min loku moma do atafane silo kumas. At some point, who is going to think about human capacity? Are we going to wait for the next president?
So yeme mfokang yaya la kur wala nang ko ani miro nata wo miro nying hammo bulata kono bare min keta nasotije wolong jibero manke ka banko la sulo jibe.
Okay.
Right today, if I give your yumpany, say $300-400,
yeah.
As I keme fulo keme sabo muda bulo kono lumbin. Watu somana alon na nyin keme fulo nyin abe plaza le tabala nyaba fabe sulu mbala le tabala. Mentally, already.
The pass with $200 200 hani chali samu ibuka soto sa.
No, I'm told be siring brufu.
Mantala tumo chali samu from boss to 200.
I'm told be badala.
Okay.
So yaya miro soto ka karambungol soto bari feji beroke banko sula tamin. So post independent in Africa masakunda jama bije iman jiberoke la banko sula tamin and it's a mistake.
Yeah.
And we find ourselves with Jawara with that. Jamme came ajelo ko batale bije momi wuluda burfut karambunti je fo banjum misal fi warande sukuta ika batami mbeta dula kote ako woto lafta karamoy soni andi moli bari naso kede dami kaji wo karamol salo nyawanya bar karandir fengol fane taraje miliyalon asake meci karangoti min sake meci karangoti wo nasita do monde wo nasita bari miro ani hammo walka ke kebaroti Seedy ite miro soro parce que black and white TV minje abe lori nyati longola ibe RTS jibe kan i konte fanande lefta nyinkel wo mila miro let bari nada hammo soro ko lefta sila television not imagine you don't fantasize it ka jibe fanambe sila television no but yo miro soro inada hammo keje ando hammo nin kebaro nada ke fe sila tele simple bari bi dinningol mimo problem oti miro ni hamo abika kafu. We want a fast life. I saw Fatou driving a 4x4. I want to get a 4x4. I don't even want to know where was Fatou before he get this 4x4. And we have to accept that. I want to wire this beautiful trainer that JC, the singer in America, Akadung. Huh? Or Ronaldo is putting on a hat this side, this beautiful hat. I want to get it. Even though it's not a designer one, you can go and get a fake one, but you pretend you are Ronaldo. So for we not, Nina society like Carol, for families only dingole connect. 2 days ago, I was coming from my office. We came through Bundung, not for Ikabda Aren Babum Fati, Ruhado Kono, Ndunda Ninjela. Fatou, I said to my driver, I'm really sad. Fiteri salo tambira domondindro keba miyalon kay nawo mining abe sere mobile oto tenting ala musobe sere mobile oto tenting fondinke fula be sere am so adingol lo wolde ninko fondinke probably my age or one is older than me a bit. So you see a family sitting right in front of it, each and every one of them are just glued to their telephone. I said to my driver, I remember in those days, any of my old parents, nyim fitri salo min kedendente fitro kunduta sign ibe tasabayol tarrebul be birido keka but woman dra keka dolba keka ne but jama bi je there is a disconnect between our families and our young ones. Family jama Alpha Jamal na dum fankasi for 10 minutes kasika kacha. We are busy on our social media platform. Idun ka ji karamundo ite alona fa jida karam fone amwe wanyo kono palato lo jolo. Diu nyewnga wachanga e gitale. That's it. You will not know anything. Feni homework na, feni homework mana, also manda ye konkon. Ya parena da maden school. Parena ngara school. You just give them their lunch. It's like we are robots. A society where human beings transform themselves to be robot, that society will break down.
I agree with you 100%, and I believe that mindset change nyanta kera. As a society, we should reset. I always say this, you know, my boy Keba, one day we were passing the US embassy, and I said to him, Keba, where's your loyalty, USA or the Ghana? Hey, mommy, my loyalty is to the United States first. You know, that's why I was born. But Gambia is my second country. Even at that age, he knows where his loyalty is, because that's what he was taught from day one.
Yeah.
Senegal, neither Senegal, that's it. When it comes to the national interest, America GBB, Gaza ning Palestine, Israel ning Palestine, right? Even though they know what is happening is wrong, because ila interest itola policy movement want to stand by the Israelis all the time.
Jews, yes.
Even when they know they're killing innocent people,
Yes.
they are still sticking together to, you know, Bankolka was to self of nationalism sort of at some point. And I think, you know, Abidjan, but we still need to work on it.
No, we didn't have it. We didn't have it.
We still need to work
because,
on it.
You know,
but government has a role, Seedy.
No.
Society,
you see,
in any society, for example,
we tend to say government. You know, political parties have the bigger chunk of this responsibility.
But government has the biggest responsibility.
Who is government?
It's the president and the people who
the president and the ministers are just you count them, with your fingers.
They administer everything for us.
Fatou.
For example, the reason why I say government has a choice and part to play in this. For example, if the president comes in and invests in human capacity,
and that's what is happening.
No, it's not.
Why you
tell
think
me
what
across
the country?
Because
all skill centers. No, Fatou.
But every day,
you go to Kanila. You go to
Kanila.
Kanila as we speak right now. A skill center is ready. GDTI is done. They have expand heavily. You go to this Salum, schools, skill centers. You go to Basse, they have it. And people are going there to be trained. You go to GTI today, young kids are there working hard. Today, if you want the best, metal door, you go to GTI, they provide it for you. That institution was zero.
It's the aftermath of those trainings.
No, the aftermath of those trainings, they are
most
engaged.
of them, some of them, because not everybody can go to these government-sanctioned schools. The people who do their own trainings on all the basic what kind of support does government give them? For example, a young Gambian, me alonko amanta GTI or atata other workshops also I training I karamosoto I karaloni fire no I love takamasingo. What kind of support do they get from government?
Most of these young ones ninibe do kola. Whether it's tailoring or it's carpentry or what. As soon as it's a bureau, it's a block or lano I telling, it's a pero pempena, they just go. You will see in the Gambia, masongo mimbe karanka. Aga time menke karanla, or you go to our neighbors. Aga time menke karan Fatou. As soon as kila karandombe was a boy kuntuno wrong, a bertal, a tatal. You do it up, kill a dog perfectly, the next one atinya. You don't get work. Because Minyan de Kela, Dolbe alone wotumo, nidara near your Kuruo sang, Kuruo. Yes, and by Yedi Karamola, Eka doko kejele febulo, quite a phone like Kebula Fatou. I nela ulula for ying a paretale, andung ila ulula by Catalale, andung signor by Catalale, Kajako Yedufane Dula Mutadulaso. But what be a kesang? Ika moja la tat kabe kapinda ningola sanji kile sanji fula kumfanya mo. Atabandaja. Half skill, half baked. That's what we have. We must accept the problem. And now to look at ways how do we solve this problem. And this is the problem. And as MPP and government, we understand the issues. And we are really working tirelessly to see that we project our energy, our resources into building the capacity of this country. It's very important.
Very important. Since you said you are working on that, I'll leave it to that. Now, in any nation, entrepreneurship, the energy sector, all of this is what drives, private sector is what drives any growth in any country. Right now, the backup couldn't the whole day Roman store be the same. In this country, President Barrow, I remember when he came, he visited the Kotu station. He went there and made a promise to the Gambian people. Ning Alasonta, because that time it was really bad. I remember bringing the Nawek management and interviewing them. At that point, I wanted to help them to talk to the Gambian, for the Gambian people to understand what Nawek was going through. Because maybe I believe they were abused from their former contracts and other stuff. Now, 6 years down the line, we're in the 7th year of President Barrow's government. Nawek, our energy sector is not stable. You will sit the whole day. You will either revert back to ibita solar la or a generator. Some business will continue no business can grow in that condition. Ibe sila somanda fo ularo jiete sotolela bunkono hanibe saldio mutala mineta at this point eka jiole sang eke me min do eka saldio mutawala. How can a country survive in that kind of situation? Basic commodities, basic amenities, mimbo ko geo. I go to Bundung and I saw, I'm sure you saw those pictures covering President Barrow Tambola. That symbol, and I said, I don't know, Jumale, but that was so magnificent for people. That is kind of protest.
So that's the beauty of democracy.
Yeah, but that is normal.
No, that's the beauty of democracy. You can come out and so. I mean, and that's very good. Probably my poor mother was even in Bundung, so in that it's possible. You never know. Okay. So Fatou,
how can a country move forward when you cannot have bank on basic electricity, basic water, and still you increase that electricity and water 40%?
Wolon ko tonya Gambia nene mampare. What do you understand? Nyanda findi langara kulio ni mampare mbidala.
Hani.
Gambia nene mampare.
Hanu hansa mampare.
No, anene mampare. We are putting the pieces together now. You know why? Let me tell you. You know, other people, I even say this to people sometimes. Then the molbe chahanola, mejelol tende. Ngave ko yale kava item senela dingol ti yede kuli senola. Yede kuli maybe you know, nkwa fumolende. I was christened from the money of energy. My father was a staff of GEC then, even before GEC.
Yeah.
I remember one fine day, Lundo, Anata, you know, Akonyako, I was very close to my dad. Akonyambe resigned. Why? Why you resigned and can you
yeah.
I'm going to lose that. You know? So for me,
your mindset, that's where you went straight.
You know, I enjoy because when my dad is coming, we have a Johnson before our house. Now Corne Marek, you know, you know, in those days, you know, we all say, Akonye because at the time, they were selling GEC to MSG. MSG. The French company then.
Yes.
He told me, Bogarov, it's gone. So, as a country, from what I understand from my dad, what we're supposed to do then to build the infrastructure of our energy, at the time when countries' high tensions were 190,000 high tension, we are 90,000 high tension. Come on, you cannot compare. You know, in 1985, in 1984, a high tension of 90,000 today would supply a population of 2.5 million people at a Kenola.
But what has this government done since?
No, listen. Sorry. What is happening?
Okay,
What is happening? We have seen that we have the car power.
Yeah.
You know, it's here.
I'm sorry to say, but should we even have that here?
No, but
do you know how much we are giving? Do you know?
These are. Let me help you. Let me help you. Fado, the reality is, we did not have the capacity to provide energy. We have to accept that. When Yaya Jammeh left here, when Sadauda left here, there was no energy bank for this country.
I know that. But 7 years down the line.
No. You are dealing with. I think what you need to do.
Okay, go ahead.
You need to get an expert on energy.
I know.
And they will, if they are honest, they will explain to you what a 90,000 high tension does and what a 190,000 high tension does. For example, this is a layman explanation of energy. Okay. So minketa ntolma infrastructure soto ne BBB nga kabinero ni salo lelo fatu. Nga namuso soto nga dinna ni soto. Our home would that accommodate our 4 kids?
No.
The reality is we find our energy sector bankrupt in capacity, in resources. And NAWEC should be honest enough to tell us what was the reality. This is not politics. I don't come and talk about politics. I talk about reality because I grew up in that institution. From school I go to Kotu. From school I go to Halfdai. I see what those, the Eric Tundes, you know, the Alaji Jobs and others, what they were going through fighting to make sure that this country have an electricity that we all enjoy. May their soul rest in peace. You understand? Yeah. So we don't build the capacity. So we are micromanaging our energy, forgetting the reality that our country was growing. So the reality hits in now. Come 2017, Barack said, you know what? We cannot live our life like this. We have to look for immediate solutions that will remedy the situation. Let's get car power. Let's get connection from Senegal and make things at least better. But what is actually happening, we are building those high tensions now. The OMVG project, all the way from Jarasoma, if you are coming, you see the high tensions are coming. There is so much work going on. We have seen the solar farm in Jambur. We have seen what is happening in Jabang. We have seen what is happening in Brikama, the power station. So these works are going. But the fact of the matter is, this is the fact. The problem is Gambia Nenemam Pare. And President Barrow is making this country to be ready.
7 years down the line, Amam Pare Hanisai.
In fact, President Barrow Minkeka is fast. President Barrow Minkeka is fast track because he's a man with ideas. He understands the real issues. That's why he sits. He's a businessman. For God's sake, he came from business. He runs his business. He understands what the average Gambian needs. This man was dealing with housing. We all know how poor people live in those houses, how he accommodated them, how he cared for them. He has passion for the Gambian people. He has empathy for the Gambian people. And when he comes and understands the energy, my poor mother, Minka Ice City, cannot stop selling that ice because all of our daily bread. What do? We need to get energy so that goes. And then we have permanent energy that will solve this problem for once and for all. But the problem did not start at President Barrow. And it is important for those who are honest to understand the real issues. The real issues is from Sadauda to Yaya Jammeh, and more importantly, Sadauda and more importantly Yaya Jammeh have made NAWEC bankrupt, GEC bankrupt. And that's the fact. And today we cannot, put our heads in a blanket and pretend this is all President Barrow's problem. It is not President Barrow's problem, but our problem.
Government is continuity. And
that's why President Barrow...
He inherited those problems that we know.
Yes, and he's honestly looking at them and delivering as he goes.
Well, he's not delivering right now.
No, I mean, that's what you think. But if you go to Basse, for example, go to Basse. Yeah. Or you go to Jambur Solar Farm, or you go to Java, or you go to Brikama Power, you see what is actually happening. Energy is important. It is part of our government. It is part of what drives our party. We want to see that energy is sustainable and is reasonable in this country.
No, it's not reasonable.
We want to see energy is sustainable and is reasonable.
40%. Honey, basic rent. You cannot even add more than 10%. 40%.
Fatu, I can tell you. I can tell you how you feel. That's how I feel. Yeah.
This is what
I'm not part of the middle class in this country. So
you are the executive secretary of NPP.
So the reality is
we are not in the same level.
No, the reality is
we are not in the same level.
Batabe ke kande.
Yeah.
Ngalona ko batabe ke andu nyim bata abeko ko julolong ama mo kare. But ni nyaton ko soto me fahamo soto ay hakilo soto. Anu apareta ka molla bata falinde ko President Barrow. Definitely, I think Gambians need to support him to see that the path that he takes, we get ourselves to the promised land. And I'm telling you, by 2025, it will be a different story when it comes to energy. I understand energy. my school.
Did you say 2025?
2025. My school fees was paid by energy, for Christ's sake. I was christened by energy money. So I understand what is happening. And I took it upon myself to see some of these big projects that are happening. And we'll get there. We'll get there.
The thing is, President Barrow knows why he made you administrative secretary. I'll leave it to that. Because all these things you have said, I was not convinced, but you made it look so nice.
But that's the
that
fact.
I just have to keep quiet. But
by 2025, there are no single village in this country without electricity.
Okay. I'm praying. I'm here.
It's gonna happen. And Alaven sort of Simayala. Look. For example, when we electrify Kian, you know, my modest skull. I mean, my mom told me, "Mona itara Kian ejeleba, unka meja, koyo dukar tambijeba, anga muskebal dara siri."
Yeah, I'll be Kian kolto, Alman Kian be electrify, Alice ate electrify, Alba Falanga.
No, but it's going everywhere.
Aliatina Badibun called the Kian kolto, Alman Kian electrify. But it will all for you, Yanga told in the Catefa Baroka, Atiratnale Coronso.
No, and they are enjoying it.
But it's Sate for
Simon for interest, Fatou. Because what Kuram member Queenara and Nintendo about Lado. Nte today, I just get a phone call from Queenara. They will tell me Kujalbal Paretal. Seriously. And I'll just drive and just have my box and they'll fill it up with fish. Abikatinya. Because Kuram bije, frijol bije. So hane Kujalo muda sudo. Ikabulanya frijo. So if you are telling me no, you are telling me ko nyebika soto jang. No, but if you go down just tender by here, you get beautiful fish. Big barracudas, big kujals. Me alonko is a benakin dima found a chu dima found. And then you timiata. Timiata back.
Okay, so Seedy. Nga je standard newspaper nga bi tara tola kabi tola iko ilafta national dialogue la kera. Ya funyade national dialogue ya kuma.
Yes.
Puro atol ni oppositional base. Kabiri nga je go the good news lonko. Bari NPP general kata banta kata dialogue alfo in house. Ale dialogue keleba. Katu bongol fight nun jane may muna Ceesay ya fight jana Demba Sabali ya fight jana Fenke ya fight jana ya na sa ya lo bije wo kol bal kono alfo ya je jani kata banta so kono be nyaadi force before kata national dialogue
be national executive of be tentula be tentula be jela for the president that is Uncle Dembo to the first deputy party leader, Honorable Demba Sabali, to the second deputy party leader, Honorable Alhaji Suku Singate, my own uncle, and everybody, Saba Mansa.
Badibu Mansa,
no, Salika, your uncle, but Salika, National Executive Bembe Tentulambe Jail. Tuanyalom, Newani Nyumafang, Ika Kuyale. Wata bayino la kafo kono barensa foy ko nin kuya bije kunu bi kuya bantal ni wali bije kunu wali bantal ni alatema de mantara janka mo falkul tentu parce que mbe kuma kilim fole fak no let me show you let me say one thing mbana kuma kilim ya long nte nata to be the administrative secretary of NPP manna ka monya kono jibe. I'm talking on live, huh? The whole world is listening.
You understand?
Okay. Nada mam na ka monya kono jibe te nimbe keri mbolo fola. The fact that ngaje ko national executive be ya mutam fele ka bo president Barrow kana the last person in the national executive. Be ya mutam fele ye hormodinna ye bunyadinna nga hormodila nga bunyadila ko ku nada patio kono mbebe kala mutandila alal. I create no pocket. I create no kabudu. I'm here for the people of NPP. Fatou B, MPP kam mo kilin na joni mbankunka. Volontet. Wodontem MPP la jongoleti. I'm paid by the people of MPP. Han MPP do membe fatoto. Ala hakole bente ka ngala moy. Ala hakole benka na sulata ngaje. I'm their servant. They give me a job and that's what I'm doing. So in that job, mam fatam fan soje, ngaminje wolon kafu killing, bakiling fakiling and wolbe MPP.
Kodo nunca vou então MPP janin kana nyumpe MPP aka kodo kato malje fundraising la malja la
MPP be fundraising la every day
ko dajale min nati
MPP be fundraising la MPP be fundraising la every day
kodo ko minto
yalo fundraising
president baro mo Seedy one of the meetings ako businessman o nyi malo wole na nyi fenko lo I'm like seriously I mean that is buying favors. Woman in a killer kuti, woman in real serious democracies, woman in a killer.
Fatou. As far as MPP is concerned, right? We have not solicited any fund that is illegal. Man kodita nyala miyalanko. Party dingo lesoto. And wo party dingo la do ko ko party balundi. And wolbe kekan. And mantra party balundi kan kafako ninga nying kala stand di party lan sula da fenna la back. No, they are doing it because they love the party. And they want to see the party here because they find that the party is the one that definitely have given it peace.
Now, let me go back to no question. Iko, Ceesay, ite nato, Administrative Secretary. Seedy Njai, Deputy Speaker, Anijoma Demba Sabali, Minister Agriculture. Abi mo kutol nkola fo ide demba today. Nga continue for ngada word.
I mean, you can.
Iko atol min nata atole patio hijack nyindol min yalonko wala exelo te keloke ka ngani wol kuntu wato min mo buka hani ka fo president barelo itole lo te exelo te kale wol be randalle do na onkul obe toki onko alka onko ka
ma tendula mbaje
na onkul obe toki fenke siaka jata obe Russia no Russia ke role bo dolbe la dolto fa abu sane wobe sawri wobe teatar bari kale ñu be jenkendire mol min yalon ko they were wolon patio paramalti e katol le natale patio hijack wolbe kering andu ngaje la place olto de atol mo kutol ka na oncle nte maylo nun ko be MPP fu kabri ngela candidate kabri ngaje standard ko hani ni manke na oncle te like this cannot be Seedy. So this is what is really dividing your party. Alsonta Lamansong, I feel like they have been sidelined in the party. Tonyalon in any institution, molka la finyato tala ka grow and fege. But fanang ka modol minalon ko kelo ke beral ka nyindol tika. And people like it all. When you speak to most of them, this is what you say.
Nibe kafo kono isa kuo jama moy. Iko kuo do mulunta amankiling. Euro do nim fanto mulunta e do manyal mankiling. So killing also miro soto, but woman ko wolbe sotore. Mimbe kere wolong for Honorable Demba Sabal Lombang, for Seedy Njai Lombang, for Do Lombang. Ibe mu parti dingolet.
Okay.
Mem kumayata wolong politiko miro ani hachilo wala ka samba. Jamanol sotota min keta politiko kata bulo sifa dolla. They will say the left wing, the right wing. The communists, the conservatives, the right-wing guys and there. So political katano wala nyama. But in the 21st century, what they call you catch all. That means you just need people. It's not based on ideology. You have a program as a government, as a party, a manifesto. You have a path to go. But you open up to bring people in the party. World Cup Patio Samba. That's why the modern philosophy is you catch all. That's the type of politics that MPP is doing. We catch all, we bring all on board, and we work together. And I think if that was a Nendro mural tikunu, biwo miro be falinale. Because everybody knows Honorable Minister Demba Sabali is working tirelessly for this country and for MPP, Honorable Seedy Njai, you name every of these guys. They are, doing very well for the party and for country. So I think kilia political messiata kilia kasotoje, but down the road we'll call bega ke kule mialanko. And then we move on.
And
I'm pretty sure it's about Nyokono. But what is being displayed in front of me and the interaction and the reach out that I did, I did not sense anything. And I have to continue dealing with everybody equally. I cannot take side. That's very important. You know, if you are sitting on a chair, me along mobile sulatela, hani cricket la lebe nya dia la mobile fair. And I have to do that.
Yeah. Now let's talk about ila Taminkel. Olong kapatiol molbi na tsuge. For me, I've said this on my platform several times. Nko nim patiol le nyanta sila because niaje supporters olu be kelela social media. Nkaje le nim president Baroni ndabo bentene talo ke nkaje mobile kasia mobile ba celebrate la even though we kuyari nyaonya everybody shares. No, even though I'm in a relationship being Benjamin, ikaje le molka share molka content. And I feel like that toxic relationship, minube supporters all tema, it can be addressed ning, you know, ndolu ya ndolu kama advocate, ndolu kama advocate strong opposition ilusito.
Yes.
Wole ka bankola democracy strengthen. I say this all the time. A country without a vibrant opposition, a vibrant civil society and journalists, failure long because forcing institutions sabol besoto mo be ala lodula muta. Being an opposition or being a civil society or journalist, but you are also playing a part. Yes, opposition on the story, but at this point it looked like there should be a national dialogue. And when I call for, I'm like, this is a good initiative. But see it. Call standard newspaper. 1 week down the line, for 2 weeks, President Barotata opening lamp. Boom! I bombsell of Dabokang. And honestly, I'm thinking, did Seedy talk to his principal before I knew for? Because I understand politicians will come out and say political jabs at each other. But when it comes to certain stage, right? This one is too, you understand? And one of the reporters, I'm like, no, you know, some of these things, we cannot write it for the interest of Alpha Flor Bay. But those kind of things, this initiative is amazing. But you have to have the blessing of your party leader and commit him not to say, Atelom Banko President.
Thank you, Fatou. Abaraka Bake. Useno Dabo for ba Kontonda, ba Tentula Bajela. It's one person. I have to say this in English and I say it in Mandinka so that those who don't understand Mandinka would understand.
Yeah.
I have a very perfect relationship with him.
I know.
Whenever we meet, we jokes. And in fact, I think now he's becoming too much. I have to call him out because deputy party leader bi aji am seka moy wujabi so neji baba Ousseynou daf ne mu ne man jubuma duma de joye dépense bu doy
okay
so you know, I thank him so much. Gambian tolbe killing Ousseynou, Uncle Ousseynou, it went to a point I take granddad jokes with him. You know, he's one guy that you know, we had our dealings. I remember in 2001 election, at the time I was reporting for Radio 1 FM, I was in his bedroom for the whole election. You know, some people don't know.
No, I don't even know. Yeah.
So some people don't know. So we have a good relationship. Of course, politics, you know, like you know, Kual Fenke. And then we wish him well. And then he's, you know, we wish him all the best of luck, you know. When it comes to the dialogue, I must thank the MPP people for embracing it. Primarily, I must thank President Barrow. I cannot do anything without MPP, without President Barrow. I've engaged him, Nasida Lenkachata, Alafitala, Ayakanu, and Kanuna Nganiola. And even when the draft letter, that no media house have seen it yet.
Can I have first access to it? Can I have the access to it? Exclusive access?
When he looked at it, he was a content as say water. And he gave it to he said, work with Dauda Jallo, the AG. And Dauda also, very pleasant, very helpful. So definitely, we want to make sure, oppositionally, we are not enemies. We are just opponents. They are government in waiting. Gambians today trusted an MPP government.
Yeah.
An MPP will do everything to maintain that trust. But again, the oppositions, they're here to help us bring issues that are alternatives and can help us in government and help the government and help the people of this country. So we should not go into tension. Hostility is a no-no. Today, Alma Jamfal and Dodo and Dolfana Jam. Hussein will be the first person to come to my funeral. I'm sure of that. And a lot of others who, in fact, we don't share the same political ideology or the same political stuff. So Gambia belongs to each and every one of us. So definitely, President Barroya embraced it, and he loved the idea, and MPP, they love the idea. But kachamu kule de miya lonko nyinsi falbi kataria. Akatara kujamale kono. You have to domanding. Barin safoyko mirolomu hamolo miya lonko kebaro batamandi kansani. It has passed the stage of thinking about it. It's passed the stage of being a thought. So if I tell you from the president to the AG, so yalonko the moves are on.
Yeah.
We are going on a slow, in a snail pace. We are trying, we are going. And that's what this country needs.
Yeah.
We need to unite.
Definitely.
We need to have dialogue. We need to move this country forward. That's what President Barrow wants.
But do you think also, Ko, if Dabo stands at a platform and says something to President Barrow, and President Barrow finally load lado to fem for Dabo, do you think that will make it difficult? Because if things like this, if it goes personal, I can understand when people talk about politics, but when it comes to a personal, I heal. Are you in contact with your partners from UDP and other parties? Because the reason why I say this, some of these things, I'm looking at some of the comments, here, and I think people say they don't believe that President Barrow embraced because of some of the things he said. And when you say stuff like that, no, because I mean for so those kind of things and I think President Barrow should lead.
He's leading. President Barrow is leading because it is the admin secretary of MPP who came with this. And I could have not done this without the blessing of the president. Without the blessing of the National People's Party. No, what we discussed. I can assure you the President Barrow is the same President Barrow. He doesn't go after anybody, he doesn't go personal. What he does is politics. It's politics. He go politics. It's politics. But let me say this. Those who go online, like you said, one need to understand one thing. Let's simplify this. Kumo doka fo wala ne koni muso futuring panye fula kataraje panye jo jobala panye jo diotal isa ko be ka ba lonkile la sa volontaire ite biga fenkente tendente yo do mari defal dara something mota suma ñom goroy hausa yi ñom so take jabar hausa you da nga yobu nidul. You take a trade. All these little things. I'm going to get to process a develop siman. So house when you have a house wife.
Oh, they take that.
Yeah. Bon, ika bend down samba, julboro samba. So
okay.
So that's my in-laws. They make sure they close all the holes. So when President Barrow says that, it's not like it's personal on Usenu. And when Usenu goes and says that, it's not like it's personal on Barrow. It's just politics. But what we are trying to achieve here...
Some of them are personal, honestly.
I mean, it's depending on your interpretation.
Some of them, in our society, see, those things are...
No, I don't want to go back on those words, but what I'm saying, sometimes, we make mistakes.
Okay, good.
I'm not saying Barrow make mistakes or Dabo make mistakes, but Harmadu Mantimba, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he make mistakes.
Yeah.
Allah Soro Jindaka because of certain things. We don't want to go into.
Are we going to see him tone down? Akata Tola.
No, President Barrow has always toned down, and I think what we're going to see, in this Meet the People's Store, we'll see a president who is the president of the Republic of the Gambia. not a president of NPP, not a president of UDP, not a president of NRP or APRC. No. Because this, whatever he's doing, is a constitutional sanction mandate.
Yeah.
So he's going as the president of the Republic of the Gambia and the commander-in-chief. He's going to go and talk to the Gambian people, tell them what programs he has for them.
Yeah.
And he's going to listen to them.
That will be very interesting.
And that's what he's going to do.
That's what we want to hear. We don't want to hear politics.
I mean, that's the president you have. You are lucky. You have a president who listens to everybody. We are very lucky.
I'm going to
He doesn't flip.
I'm just going to smile to that. But we look forward to that. Now, President Katatola.
Yes.
NPP. Alpha Nambesi looking for?
You see, this is a government thing. So the government is actually making so that the funds are rightly channeled to the government structures.
Okay.
Like the governors are entirely responsible for these presidential, mobilizations and all that, and going to the projects and stuff like that. So, for example, you have Adama Barrow's sisters, for example.
MPP
No, let me make this clear. For example, you have Barrow's sisters, or you have Barrow Empowerment, Lambala Saho, my good uncle in Farato, he wants to go. And you can see he's been contributing $100 for the last 7 months. They've been contributing as a group. So individual groups, will have to bring in their little resources. And if, for example, if the party can, complement their efforts, we do. I, for example, I will use my car and go and accompany my president.
Moto siatan boleh so tak problem moto NPP.
No, moto No. We work very hard. In fact, we will be doing a lot of fundraisings, as we go into the new year, because individuals help, but again, as grassroots members, we wanted to energize, our party by doing fundraising, taking ownership. And can I break this here? For the first time in the history of NPP, we'll be rolling out our membership cards. Across Europe, America, it will be $10. In Gambia, in Gambia,
diaspora executive level.
No, you see,
diaspora NPP ñima kinte ala molu wol bije ñun dol fana executive memno system ñun dol demba sabali tala ñun
no. I think like I said, that was an issue that was there, but it's been thrashed out.
No, and say executive.
No, but listen.
You can go. NPP diaspora. Wol ko kana fundraising la ngaje. Wole force le ki ñindol min ñanta ka ñoro ngaje ñima kinte ñol fane fly do bondi wol fana iko NPP executive diaspora. Which one is which? Who do we address as the legit?
How many MPP groups are in the Gambia?
No. When we speak about diaspora, there's only one executive, national executive. Yalong NPP ñol ñima kinte ñol be nunje. So ko de woye ñundole wol petition. So sa ndemba sabali tata minna memle se ko mi mu ñambot. Wo fana ketale, wo fana mo. Ati may ka defajalo. I'm sorry for laughing. So then there's these two groups.
So I'm aware what you're saying.
Who is the legit diaspora executive now as we speak?
Okay, I'm aware what you said. And I came into this. Yes. I came into this office in July.
Yeah.
I did quite a few travels back and forth. I've inherited this problem, and I can tell you, in the soonest,
you'll solve it.
We will work amicably to bring unity between these two, because they all believe in the vision of President Barrow.
Yeah.
They all believe in NPP. So there is no problem. It's just little hiccups here and there, and waka normal.
Yeah.
So ame nyari jabar ker wujabi ak naka sebi ak aobi lego le nak affaire bi xala jaxaso wa lego le nak kena je sol jesne bu ser mu jene mu ne ko ya ko jëndal fekk yow jëndulo ko bebe nu jaay bi moko jëndal chamenyam bi moko ko jox. So this is normal. We'll trace it out. But like I said, we'll be rolling out our membership card. For the Gambia, it's going to be $100.
Okay.
And for Europe, it will be $10. So by then you can come and count how many members.
How many people are members?
Yes, in their hundreds of thousands. Because there is a high demand for the membership card. And it's not just membership card that you print in a corner shop. It's standard. It's a membership card that you can link with your credit card.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, interesting. I see you were even outside. You went to, was it Russia?
Yeah.
Where did you
We went to Turkey.
Turkey,
We
yes.
went to Turkey.
Yeah.
We were invited by the AK party. That's the ruling party of Turkey. We near Kachajama and Kujama Fanambe Wululo kono. So like what we are doing is to build MPP as a party that is here to stay. That's why under the visionary leader of President Barrow, we have now built regional offices across the country. And come January, we'll be having salaries for regional secretaries who are going to sit in our offices.
Wow.
To make a party that works for the people. Partiyo miyalanko Gambia dingol letamu. Partiyo miyalanko MPP dingol letamu.
So President Barrow abelola 2026. Katu siram package de data de retirement package salary 80% of current president la package ni tata vacation la ngajo alamantanga ni sasata ngajo ngabungo dila ngabe furnish nga security dila ni la family. Is he going to run? Because
no, you see, is
he going to run? Because President
Barrow
Kabirim Makisala yadaha President Barrow ya congratulate la kai ko. I congratulate the presidents mine 2 term ke ma code no, but I 2 term emphasize there. And the fanembe nyina la second term.
President Barrow
do ngabelola al fatelo.
President Barrow is
na constitution but abelola fatelo.
President Barrow is a man of peace. And Senegal being our neighbor.
Yeah.
If your neighbor's house is on fire,
yeah,
run to help and put it off. Ici nyola boninde mbabije boria fa. So in Senegal walio dunteje politiko la karola te President Barrow being man of peace kaira momu ayaje ku keta Senegal mi yalanko asa kairo sabatindi ngalonko President Barrow tula koma ka brother Macky Sall tentu ka jay. When you come to the ex-president's law, luwa na data ibika luwa da de fangoye.
I did that for
No.
Seedy.
Okay, afo. Ni luwa dada ibika adada afangoye.
Adada jumali.
Adada momo sito palasoto and min kumayata for the first time in the history of the Gambia. For the first time, it's important that Gambians listen to this. And more importantly, those who are our adversaries. That for the first time we have a president. For the first time a president of the Gambia Banko Minko alafita nabo da palaso I palaso di MPP dingola. For the first time. So President Barrow is one person who believes there is life after presidency. So whether he is going to contest come 2026 or not, what is important, what is very clear and fundamental, he believes there is life after presidency.
Seedy, you luwa minfo. Nteni Gambian jama ko luwa nyimang correct. Andung
Mena namang correct.
Amallo president ya deda pour President Barrow le. Na reasoning la moy.
Okay.
Na reasoning la moy. President Sabagambia also to follow. Almane manin kafarkela sa do bantal. Yes, a spouse can benefit from I don't know, laws are not so I don't know even for ala fenko again. Kabrin Dauda Jallo ya londi National Assembly kai ko fo jamme qualified nale. Dauda Jallo ko jamme is in conflict of the law. I have so much respect for Dauda AG because I have so much, but I think he made a mistake there. The mistake is, yes, a lot of people, including me, believe ko jamme minke jang ajanta tali justice la yella moy bari until and unless luai court ya for jamme is qualified for this benefit because in the law ni law min pass the National Assembly ama for ko there is nowhere in the law there where a ko if anybody is in conflict with the law you should not benefit luai ni mem hani line killing jamme off so ni jamme interest a lawyer kendol soto he's going to benefit from this. So Dauda being the AG should not say that because in the first place, jamme abe process lebe kirin TRRC manke court. TRRC recommendation lefo government ya accept white paper fintita inyanta dal kitiola. I man kiti ke follow. Wala tinne ye mol min be fo ko e faro ke be tamakan. Kabiri e bula mol kumbote ko no nka luwale no. Ni luwa min fo mbole ke woto jamme Lua ma soron follow, lua man fel la can follow as we speak. So ka foko man qualify number one. From my lay person's point of view, I think that was wrong for the AG to even say that. Well, no, Fabakar Kaba stop like no, don't go there. Secondly, the law did not properly address that part. Kafoko, in the law, if you are in conflict of the law, you should not benefit from this package. Amantara anywhere in the former president's bill mean passed, it's not there. So now Mantara just because they left, don't long age to be. But in Malum for how long la just because you offer, that doesn't mean ko itela law and itela come on in law. When Dauda lot I mean for ani mean bebukoto court dole tala. So number one, I think that statement was not in line with Mimbe Lonyent. Number two, Seedy, ite nganyolone, ite be freedom newspaper. Kuma tijema mean for, you know, democracy strengthening banko ka banko mega resources mbijambe mean for kan science how long, how, you know, national youth and sport la budget 100 and something thousand million fancy. Now if the former president Nimba Jola follow 100% of current president. Then President Barrow, President Donata, it means we will be paying 3 presidents in every time. For example, ni President Barrow anytime, ni President Donat, the President Barrow ni Omari Jola, the same salary la, ni fangol be maintained. I am of the
so let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you, Fatou. Let me help you.
Right,
You talked about AG Dauda.
Yeah,
you know, it's like you made an opinion about it.
Yeah, that's
Yela miro for Dauda la kumakawato.
Yeah. But Dauda will for mana miro for
Yes,
the.
no, I mean for Itiafoko is not right.
Yeah.
You believe that?
Okay.
I mean, unfortunately, I was not in the country when this bill was, you know.
And the marriage for now.
No, let me come. I was not in the country when this bill was
Table.
Okay. I know for a fact that I was asked pro space use, my conference space, to discuss, which was done, and I gave them my blessing. At MPP, we support anything that is progressive, and we believe.
How progressive is that bill?
I mean, it's giving Gambians to understand. No, but listen, Fatou. You see, we need to understand one thing. We have seen it here, and it's like Manunkolko. Say, for example, I wanted to bring a story that my grandmother told me 10, 20 years ago. It's better I go into my buntung, you know, and bring an old bag of rice that can feed us. You see, we have seen what happened here. In 2017, the National Assembly had the leverage
of what?
To amend certain important clauses of our constitution.
That's why we had a new draft.
No, don't confuse the two.
Okay, go ahead.
When we came from the 2016 election, we knew the president's age limit was 65. We know that the deposit for a president was 500,000.
They changed that. And they told the National Assembly, told the deputy, they changed that.
Yeah, so if you sit today and blame an MPP government for not putting a 2-term in the constitution, when I go back to history, I would smack myself merely because in 2001, one of the biggest political blunders that happened in our lifetime was when opposition parties boycotted the National Assembly election. And we all knew very well, the 2001 election was one of the most tight elections. At a point when Jammeh scored 50 points
don't take
just
me
by
back.
a tick.
Don't
No,
take
no,
me
you
back.
are the one who is
Don't take me back. 2017.
No,
let me come here. Definitely imagine 2017. They could have amended and they did.
No, this was all done before even the 2017 parliamentary. It was the APRC majority assembly members who were spoon-feed to amend those laws.
But in coming for it,
so come
2017. The National Assembly members in a presidential age limit lava amend to accommodate a vice president. My mom.
I mean, I don't know whether I don't want to.
Because
maybe I have to make this clear. Maybe you have a liberty to call names. I don't have liberty to call names. I can say that.
I'm a journalist. I can say when I believe.
Yes.
They also change. It all follow a clause where nearby.
Yes.
They will not. So we know a lot of the things were done because more baby interest Jamaica.
Yes.
But it was rectified when the entire country believed the 1997 constitution was malhandled, changed countless times, and we needed a new constitution.
Yes.
It came. they went all over the country. They went to the diaspora and came with something. I'm not saying it's the best, but a lot of people said there were a lot of things in that constitution that were progressive. And what happened? The National Assembly members, your party members, are the ones who threw it out. The NPP sympathizers.
At the time,
the people that sympathize with President Barrow.
Okay.
The National Assembly members that sympathize with President Barrow.
I'm happy
I rectified myself quickly.
So what we saw in the National Assembly,
Yeah.
As far as the draft constitution is concerned, it was not MPP. It was not President Barrow.
Sympathizers with President Barrow.
It was the representatives of the Gambian
But
people.
the cabinet paper that we even saw, that was leaked to Standard newspaper, also stated that the cabinet said they're not in support of this. We saw that. And government never...
If you believe that's what the cabinet says, fair enough. But what I'm saying to you, those days, there is only one National Assembly member there.
Yeah.
From Nyamina.
And the rest
the rest who were there are not MPP.
Of course they were.
They were in MPP.
They were
in MPP.
Well, they were President Barrow sympathizers.
So even the APRC at the time,
those people they crossed over and they went to Barrow.
No, let's make this clear. Even the APRC then that voted, then there was no coalition with
Remember,
APRC.
where's Amul Ceesay?
No.
Let's just example.
Amul
was APRC.
No. At the time, there was hostility between APRC and the Barrow camp.
You know the other journal. Barrow le afa sukuta meeting ora kadi fa ba kar kabin 2016 17 le meet kana wonda. There was no hostility. Santa able to do ma mantara nunje. Barrow le fonga ya
But the issue is, it was not President Barrow who instructed anybody to vote against the draft constitution.
And he said,
and you see, let me tell you,
the president
let me say this. Let me help you here.
Okay.
You know, I must say this for public disclosure. Sometimes not everybody get to talk to the president.
Yes. And we love to talk to him. I used to enjoy my interviews with him.
Sometimes.
Can I have him?
Oh yeah, anytime you want.
Anytime?
Anytime.
Can I have him next week? Can you arrange?
I mean, after
the tour.
After the tour, it will be brilliant.
That would be
That's
nice.
no problem.
Yeah.
So more benim president beka diamono.
Yeah.
But wato dolu, more dolu kaharje so denim president diamo.
Yeah.
And I'm not sitting here, Fatou. I mean, I think you know me. I'm not sitting here to do politics. I'm speaking from my heart, hand on my heart. I swear to God.
Yeah.
You know, I sat with President Barrow in Mankamangkunda.
Yeah.
And he told me the Gambian people want a new constitution. And I think it's good for my legacy. And I looked at this man and I was amazed.
Yeah.
So whatever anyone sits there and say, President Barrow wants to leave a legacy of a constitution that he brought into this country. And he really, really wants to see it. And he's passionate about it. And I can tell you, engagements are going on. And in fact, even at our party level, we've been engaged by Gambia Participate and some experts, some individuals, who are part of various groups, had a brilliant discussion with us, and they were surprised to say we never thought we'll find MPP this prepared and this willing. Yes.
Oh,
And I thank my good brother, John Jai of Tango, former Tango, and Saliu Tal. They were all at the meeting. They were very impressed, and I thank them. Our doors are open. We are a progressive movement. We want to take this country forward.
Will NPP accept a two-term in the constitution?
I mean, what
is
will
the
stop?
NPP's policy?
What will stop NPP, supporting something that is progressive? What will stop us supporting something that is progressive? When President Barrow, everything day and night, what he talks about is leaving a legacy and preparing this country to be handed over to another MPP for the first time in the history of the Gambia. And we're not going to lose that. Our eye is on the ball. We're going to take it.
President Barrow, I remember succeed like NPP.
Of course, it's going to happen.
Wow.
It's going to happen. The I'm always hearing, we all know the Populist Party in this country. Wait till we start rolling our membership cards. You'll see queues across the country.
I can't wait for the next election.
People, in fact, when we announce the price for $100, people are saying, our members are saying, why not $250? We can even pay $500. Because that's what they believe. They believe that an MPP government, an MPP party, is giving them peace.
Finally, Uncle Seedy, to those MPP supporters, the Babukar Bahoms, who insult everybody on social media, and those who think politics is about fighting and arguing and being toxic. What is your message to them?
You know, I mean, it's interesting that you brought somebody who
Every day
who is my
he's watching, I think, right now.
Who is my
He's your
my little boy?
No, you have to disown him.
No, I cannot disown him.
You have to disown. Go and disown Jang. I disown.
No, Fatou.
You have to disown Bahum.
Fatou, I have a blood relation with you, but for Babakar Bahum,
no. You cannot allow Babakar to disrespect
now that I know,
and insult me every day, and you still want to.
I didn't know that. You know, I'm not on social media, but I will deal with Babakar.
Yeah.
Because Babakar muna kulur di nolti. He went to school in my house, and we slept in the same bed.
Oh, what?
Yes. Yeah. The same bed.
Can you teach him to be?
No, he's a very nice boy.
No, he's not.
I mean, I think sometimes, you know, emotions, you know, flare up and stuff like that.
Not.
But I will talk to him.
The Bahums, the Bambolems and others.
No, you know.
What's your message?
I mean, what I said when I came as an MP admin is to bring, you know, all these, you know, the media groups, and I think we have our first engagement.
Yeah.
Just to make you aware. We brought everyone on board, we talk, but the process is on. And I think these things are, you know, building process. Yeah. Very soon, we will get to nurture the tolerance that President Barrow have, you know, in many, you know, of our guys who sometimes, you know, get agitated. You know, it's not because they hate Fatou Touré or they hate Kerr Fatou. I think they get agitated. So that's thing. So we need to find out to manage, you know, the agitation. That's important. But we are working on it.
You're working on it.
Yes.
And final message to the Gambian people, especially those of us who believe that this national dialogue is right now very much needed in the country, but a lot of them might be wary about whether it will happen and how it will happen.
You see,
and what's your message to
you see, what I want to tell everybody, just to be very clear, I conceived the idea and I spoke to the principal, President Barrow, and he embraced it and gave his blessing. But quite soon, I will never be the face of it. I cannot be in MPP.
President Barrow has to. Who's going to be the face of it?
No. You know, you have independent bodies who are quite good in bringing some of these things out, in doing things. We want this to be a professional. And you see, in fact, what people fail to understand, and I know because, you know, it's politics, but you know what? People are learning from Gambia. Yeah. People see Gambia as a model of democracy, as the beacon of democracy. Recently, we have seen Gambia is the 8th most tolerant country, you know, in Africa, in terms of, you know, media freedom.
When was that survey done?
You know, it was internationally done. You can Google it and see.
How many months ago?
No. This was a couple of weeks ago.
Let's look at what happens next.
No. So we are here to accommodate everybody. MPP party labo have dented Jahan.
Jahan, no.
Jahan. No, you listen.
MPP.
You going to have an interview with President Barrow, hopefully quite soon. You know, I'm encouraging you and your team to follow and go and see the projects that
my team will be on the tour.
That will be unveiled as the president goes on the tour.
On the tour, yeah,
so for the dialogue, for the peace building in this country, under the leadership of President Barrow and the AG chambers, they are working so hard. We have seen the victims bill. Very important. You know, so you know there is a lot that is happening. Yeah. You know, these things are a process, and we have seen some trials have happened in Europe. You know, that some people have even gone to testify and all that, you know, so it's a process. And I think, you know, slowly we will get there. Of course, some people get agitated. And what I tell Gambians is let's double up. And for my brothers in the diaspora, you know, they are very important. They are very important. No, but I mean, that is not, MPP is not the one who micromanage the Independent Electoral Commission to do what they want to do.
If the government provides budget for it, will happen.
I mean, we provide IEC with budget.
No, but diaspora would provide.
We provide IEC with budget. So IEC is the one that's supposed to rationale what they're going to do with their money. If I give my, you know, wife $1,000, is the man do give you rational how you going to do it. But the reality is, you know, for our brothers in diaspora, you know, we open our arms to them, that we are a test case in this. You are a test case. a lot of Gambians have come here and did a lot for themselves and did a lot for country. So we really want to see them. They are part of they are the eighth state, as far as our philosophy is concerned as government, our philosophy is concerned as a country. We have seen Aja Maimuna is a nominated member in the National Assembly. We have seen the likes of Lamin Jawara, who are back here doing a lot of work, and many others. Yeah. Yes, a lot of work. Yeah. So our doors are open. There is no place like home. Let's come back. I'm looking forward to lots of them. The likes of my brother Karamba Toure. The likes of Pasamba Jao. Karamba, my love to you. No. But you see, we have a group called.
Seedy, you are such a smooth.
No, we have a group. We have a group. We have a group called the Diaspora Group. Okay. And these are filled with top-notch Gambian intellectuals. We discuss issues. Yeah. Sometimes partisan, sometimes based on real issues. The likes of Karamba, the likes of, I don't want to mention some people because probably they don't, but the likes of Karamba here, and we always have our skin. Brother Sol Mbenga, Coach Pasamba. These are all Gambians. When they sit in the diaspora, it's not because they dislike this country or dislike what is going. They are passionate and they wanted to see things moving forward. I was there before. Yes. I didn't hate what was, Gambians doing. I was just passionate that we could do better. And I want them to think like that. And I want them to also understand that they don't forget that those who are in professional development, let them continue. Those who are in professional job, let them continue. Those who are in academic fields, let them continue. And those, who have social connection with their countries, I'm going to Kerfi, I'm going to little farm here, continue. That's what takes a country, and the likes of Professor Sen, the likes of Dr. Ceesay in Birmingham, these are all good brothers, so definitely when it comes to MPP, Teden and Jahan, Nampalen. MPP Sakaw Sakanam.
MPP Sakaw Sakanam. It's always interesting to have you and have this conversation. It's always relaxing. I hope my NPP people, you and Seedy, I enjoy having you on the show. Because it's always, interesting.
Whoever you want MPP, please, don't hesitate. We'll bring them.
I'll tell you who I want. I want President Barrow first.
No, he'll be available.
And then I want Demba Sabali.
Guess what? President Barrow is one person who wants to talk to every media house. No. Maybe you never delivered your letters properly.
No, it's delivered to Auntie Ami. Direct email chundu.
No, maybe you went to a spam box.
I even call her.
No, you went to a spam box.
The last time President Barrow birthday. Mr. President, happy birthday. Can I have this interview again? No, Auntie Ami is very busy. Yeah. And then she's, the press officer, she's running left, right, and center. You always make it nice.
And I think now that you've not wrote officially to MPP office, but I will bring President Barrow as the Secretary General and leader of MPP.
Let's do it too. You and him sit here.
No, I cannot have an interview with my boss.
Okay. Then arrange your boss.
My boss will come.
No, I want to come.
No problem. It
will be honored to have him here.
Oh, no problem.
But now
we will have you in the garden.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It will be perfect.
Uncle Seedy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's always an interesting conversation.
Thank you.
You are my favorite NPP member now. Because I used to have...
No, all of them are.
I used to have others that I can call my favorite NPP member, but now you are.
No, you see, for us, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. And we have no barrier with anybody.
Yeah.
For other media houses, like I said to you, this will be a maiden interview with you. And then we are open to all the other media houses to discuss. Because who are tan amul rek?
Rero moyam.
Te MPP yefi rero amul. Baro dafa ne na leer.
Bugur len
na leer rek. Te si tobi dafa leer rek. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uncle Seedy. Thank you very much. Interesting conversation. I appreciate. To the technical team, thank you very much, guys. See you next week. Inshallah, very soon, we'll have President Barrow.
I can assure you that. Dina dagan.
Dina metti, dina xumba te
dina indi wale sabar.
Wa xamna lo du salo dina indi dina ñoto du salo bra te bu ka balang.
No, do I must commend him. Do is one person.
Du bu ka balang.
Aka senoke. And right as we speak, abe tia busol tia wurola. Abetia world tia kunku bayol bonde. And in fact, even me, I have to sweet talk him so that I can have some tio.
Oto para ba ko lang fa tio la.
I patado so that tio so that nyo so that I sa nyo so that.
Do so tio dollar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Uncle Seedy. Until we come next week, good night to you all. See you again.
Airport Residency Estate is a gated community located in Old Yundum, proudly developed by Swami India, perfect for all looking for a quiet life with luxury amenities within an enclosed setting. When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one: your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
Yiriwa men kafatan na tarambuloluto nga GIA cargo complex parendile pour que julaya sone yandi kadungoni funti bundana doko sembentu ya Banjul International Airport oto men si nyafa si moluma melka fengolu ki bantala bankolu kan anin julandingolu fana foysi sulan na cargo doko le bang katu masingolu be mbulule ikafo meye forklifts melka selendiro ni jindiro ke bagasolu la melbe funti kan waranto ka dunnan na warehouse lu kono nga dinkira sumayari ngolu fana sotole ifula milla fano mu metari kemeleti karo bela adun isi cargo bagasolu tano men sita fo ton tan woro ila sumaya fana futata tembeleto men ka fendolu mabono fo ikana tinya fo sene fengol lombang domori fengolu waranto jata kende ani bori ma fengolu kago bagasolu la taradula kendo asulata jamani laban korosir langolu lela na double view x-ray korosir la masingolu aka kago bagaso kono jubele komi kago doko sartolu ya landi nyameng nyin double view x-ray amu jamani laban rapid scanaleti men ka karafula korosiro keno kago sifa bela wati kilngo kono to na doku lalo imu ayata karandingol leti yela dokuo no iframansata kago dokuo na tamandiri nyato na dokuo la betea wayem futandi RA3 makamoleto mensatin na fo nse kago bagasolu kinole kata UK aning EU bankolu kan GIA ka hakili tenkungo dila na dokuo to ite nyina la men.
Every day is a new opportunity to make sure our first impressions are always our best, and to see possibilities on the horizon, to make our facilities and services more accessible and find freedom all around us. With a location proximity to active markets, with a liberal air transportation policy, that daily pursuit is how we turn everyday opportunities for you. For all destination marketing support, customized packages for new existing airlines and operators, and for a highly ranked tourist destination, the Gambia Civil Aviation Authority is here to serve. We regulate air transport, operate and manage BIA technical requirements, merged with commercial considerations. We have experienced and well-trained aviation professionals to cater for your needs. For investment opportunities in building airport hotels, shopping malls, playground for children, do contact us on 4472-831, 4472-893. Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. We go beyond daily.